I do remember one particular Lent, and it was when I was a student nurse at Milwaukee Children's, and at that time the hospital was about 6 or 8 blocks from Jesu Church. And I had a roommate who was much like me in her upbringing, and so we decided we were going to go to Mass at Jesu, walk to Mass at Jesu all through Lent. And we did that, which got to be a real challenge because we were working all different hours, but they had all different times for Masses. And I remember that clearly, and I think it has influenced me over the years to try to go to Mass as often as possible, daily Mass as often as possible, especially during Lent. My name is Evelyn Kealey. I've been a member of St. John Vianney since 1966. Lent when I was a child it was a pretty big deal. I went to a Catholic school, and I grew up in a German Catholic family, and there were just certain expectations on us as a result of that. We participated in stations and just did extra things like a rosary, prayers at home during Lent. So I went through at least a few years of the 40 days of fasting and abstinence, which kept you very aware of Lent, because every time you went to take something to eat, you would think, oh, is this part of my meal? There were Ember Days also. So it was you were constantly reminded of the season. I found once those restrictions were lifted after Vatican II, that it was very easy to go from Sunday to Sunday and not really think about Lent with nothing particular to prompt you. I was busy working, raising a family, and days went fast, and it would be like Sunday, oh yeah, it's still Lent. I think for people to just have something in their home that's a reminder of Lent every day, whether it's an icon that they only put out at that season, or a book of Lenten prayers that is there, that they are something to remind them every day that it is Lent. Father Carlton was a founding pastor of St. John Vianney, and he became ill a few years after we moved here, and he eventually died. But there was a sale of some of his things, and for some unknown reason, we bought a small statue of Christ praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, holding a cross in his purple robes. We didn't think about it at the time, but I started out the first Lent by putting that in the center of our dining room table, and we tried to eat dinner as a family every night. And we would say special prayers in Lent, usually a Lenten booklet of some kind or whatever, after dinner or before dinner. It made it much easier to remember that it was Lent every day, and not just on Sunday.